Nah, I thought I'd just chuck that on for a second because I thought I'll talk about police officers and why they can't do their job effectively. Some main rules. If they go wrong, you don't do these main rules, you can't do your job effectively in the real world. You know? You can be a low police officer, so just a person that hands out fines and stuff like that. But you can't be a real police officer. You can't be an investigator. You can't actually go do big things constantly because when you go against an enemy that are bad and have no rules, they like to hurt. And so when police do certain things, they've got to quickly make sure on certain jobs that they get family security and they go into hiding and things like that, right? Because they've attacked a real big bad guy, and there's lots of them out there. Right? When it comes to those high bad guys, they hit every country, and we've got a lot of countries, and so there's a lot of them out there. And so it's hard to fight them when police officers, and I don't blame them, don't want to get involved in areas. Like I said in the previous clip, why don't they go to the hood, right? Because there's big bad guys in there. You might send the hood towards your family and stuff like that. Right? As we've seen movies and gangster shows and seen problems when it comes to the police officers. And so what they need to become a real police officer, and so they can get whoever they need to get when they need to get them and when they see them and not have to worry about their family being attacked or their friends and stuff like that, is they need their own neighborhood, their own area, right, that they can come out of and then come to yours. They just have to have it. It's just the way it is until the world can become a better place over time and prove that it is. And then things can change. But in a real bad world, police officers and army people do the same. You might see families and all that behind armed gates in their little army towns. Police officers need the same thing, definitely in corrupted areas. Right? If they believe they need it, they should have it. Right? Definitely to do their job. So you start to do a job and you're having problems. So first you get the problems and realise that you can't do your job efficiently because behind the scenes they're attacking your family and friends and other people's businesses and that they know that would hurt you. It's best to keep the police officers all out of all that. They're not allowed to be involved. When you're a police officer, you're not allowed to be involved in certain businesses and investments and stuff like that where they can get infiltrated or people believe they can attack them and hurt them through their money by attacking those businesses and stuff. You understand? And so you can't become that victim when you become a police officer. When you change all these rules, police officers will get a good, decent pay and be looked after as well, as you won't have decent police officers that want to become a police officer in such harsh rules that you're helping people with. Right? So these people will be paid well and won't miss out, and they'll be able to invest within themselves and stuff like that. So that way they're not really missing out. And they have their own little town and area that's secure and protected. And they can have it split up, little areas like that if they want. And sometimes, you've got missiles these days and all that kind of crazy stuff. But I guess all you can do is combat that with missile protections like the dome they have. And so these police officers' areas could have the dome, and same with the military, to protect them from missiles as well. Like some big bad guys can get a hold of and sent off. And if we do that, we manage to do that, then I reckon police officers have no excuse to not to do their job every time they go to do it and investigate, and to not to go get these big bad guys from the top and work their way down to achieve righteous ways of doing things. And people are selling slaves, selling weapons to the wrong people, and doing things that aren't agreeable with science and have no way of having a proper righteous debate, then they should be stopped. They're a criminal. That's what we call a criminal. Right? But if they're just doing something because a law is, and the law's unrighteous, like they're getting in trouble for having a prescription medication and stuff like that, and they're not meant to have it, things like that, and they're getting in big trouble, well, that's no good. Right? That's small fry. Anyway, I'm going to get off. I'm getting the dry mouth. Up subject a little bit there, and I forgot to have a drink. And so I'm going to leave there. But I hope you know what I mean when it comes to my points. It's hard to chop. I stop it a lot lately because I'm like, how can I shorten it? And then you can fuck up my mind. Trying to make it short, simple. Some things is complicated, and there's a lot of different areas of how to handle and treat and speak about it. So it's hard to shorten some things, so I'm just going to leave it there. But I hope you get my point, and see you later.